Alright, you beautiful peoples of the internet, so I'm back down the sort of mud flats or near the marsh, back in the kayak. Weather's kind of turned a little bit from when I went picking worms today. So out on the rod on my right, I've just got a 1 ounce weight, and that's just ledgering off with I think it's like a size 1, no, size 2 hook on that one. And on this one, I'm going to use the bombarder float. I've just put like all my offcuts of worms on here for now. And I'm going to quite a long trace on the bombarder. Although I'm only in not even in a foot of water at the moment, I'm just waiting for the tide to come in. But I positioned myself so I know I can cast towards the marsh grass there that will get covered. And I know I can't cast much further than that. So I want to cast by the side of it, because that's normally where the bass sort of hang around and feed up. So I'm just going to throw these early casts out anyway. Probably got it a little bit long on this bombarder, but there we go. Where should I throw it? Well, the tide's going to go that way, so as long as it's behind the other rod, I'll be alright. And I'll just leave that float out with there. I'll put a bell on here because it's going to be behind me. If it does start getting strikes, then at least I'll know that there's some action on it. I've got my little anchor out. I'm pretty sure it's going to start raining. It looks like a bit of a thunderstorm coming over. So I'm definitely going to get a little bit wet today. So I thought, sod it. I haven't been out in the kayak for at least, I think, about 10, 15, maybe 2 weeks. The tide time's a little bit wrong for going out to sea, and I'm pretty glad I didn't really, because looking at the weather now, the way it just picked up, although if it had changed like that I would have come in on the tide straight away anyway, as long as it doesn't change like that on the way out. And if it does, just pull in on the side and fish the side. So again, I'm going to conserve as much battery as I can, so I'm not going to waffle on for too long, other than I'm bouncing about. These waves are a little bit choppy, but I think as the tide floods they'll calm down a bit really. What's happening is as they're hitting the shallow area here, obviously it's lifting up the waves. And again, I've got the camera in the case. It does help a hell of a lot with wind noise, and I just post-processing then on the video editing, I can just increase the volume so you can hear me, although I do sound a bit as if I'm in someone else's bathroom trying to talk. But anyway, let's see how it goes. We got our rods out there. Let's bring that in a little. Right, so we got a fish on. It was a long wait actually, and again this is only in about a foot of water. I got no idea what sort of size fish we've got on here. Doesn't feel like, no, probably just a schoolie. Yeah, just a little. Look at the size on him. Well, he has to go champion for the smallest schoolie I've caught recently. Look at the size on him. He is literally a handful. Fortunately, he's taken the. Get my towel here. Actually, I'm fed up of getting spiked by these boys or girls. I'm not sure. I'm not going to start sexing the fish. Yeah, so there he is. Nice little schoolie to start the day off. I'm hoping for something bigger. 6s and 9s. Off you go. I need to check this hook because I don't think it's a very strong hook. Yeah. Okay. He managed to get himself off that. That was a nice little bang on there. That was something a little bit bigger. Right. Well, I'm going to start using the decent worms now. I've got some lovely worms today. I was a little bit more when I was digging the worms. Normally I just dig 1 or 2 big trenches and just take what's there. But what I was doing this time was I was actually seeking out the thicker casts, because they're the bigger worms. So by seeking out the bigger casts and then just maybe digging 4 or 5 worms at a time. So I was basically after the bigger worms, and fair play, it did work. So I think in future, I think that's going to be the way I go. Right, so I'm definitely going to push this. That sounds like that's That sounds like the other rod is going. Right, let me just get that cast out. That'll do. So it looks like every man in his kayak is out here today. I've never seen this many. There's 3 boys by here. There's a goddamn bloody speedboat piling along here. There's 2 guys kayaking out there. These boys are fishing. So it's very unusual because it never used to be, it used to only just be about me. So what I have done is I've moved out a little bit further, a little bit deeper. See what these boys are chasing, just to keep an eye on them, just in case. Doesn't look like there's much action with them either at the minute. Normally I like to fish closer into the shore, so I'll leave these rods out now for a minute or two, well, for another 5-10 minutes. Right, so I've not had much luck out there further out, so I'm going to go back in. I'm not sure, I just looked at those other guys in the kayak and they might have known something I didn't, but they're over there where the river's at this thinnest point now. I'm not going to bother going over to them. They're a bit of a bunch of likely lads, so I like my peace and quiet when I'm out here, nature and all that. So I'm going to go in closer to the marsh here. I'm going to go and say hello to the cows, the bullocks, like I was before, but I think I'm going to go quite a bit closer. So I'm literally going to be fishing right next to the marsh grass. It's very, very shallow still. A few feet of water, not even a few feet, 2 foot of water at the minute. You know, I'm over 100 yards out of shore. I don't think tide's going to be too high or too much longer either. The thing is I don't think I'll see the yesterday all the seagulls were diving in the water, so it just showed you that there was some fish. Also, one of the guys on the beach, very reliable source, reckon there was a 16-pound bass taken the other side. So that's why a lot of these people have turned up now. That's obviously gone on some forum, local forum, and everyone's out looking for their piece of the action. I'll leave them all to it. I'll go and fish my spots that I prefer. They can carry on as much as they want. It's very shallow by here. Right, lovely. Here's the first reed bed. Lovely. Okay, we'll get this out. I'll come back onto that marsh. Fortunately, the water's nice and clear, so I actually could see. I want to park up on one of these little grass islands. Where was it? It was just back here. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Little grassy island. That'll do me lovely. I can just fish off this now because these things attract all sorts of live wildlife around them. So I don't need too much rope out, just enough rope to hang myself. So I know the grass island's right in front of me here. I need to bait this worm, this one up. I got some. Look at that for a lugworm. Now that's a common lugworm. That is nearly 10 inches long with the tail. That's a good old size for a lug, that is. Right, well, I'll get this all baited up and get it cast out, and hopefully we'll get a bit more luck further in by here. Right, so I've managed to miss a couple of massive knocks on this rod. I was messing about with the lure, trying to walk a dog on my Pinchenko style lure. So I'm going to keep a close attention to this rod now. I've rebaited him up. He's got a lovely big fat juicy lugworm on there. I've thrown it back in roughly the same area. It was a lovely knock. I was just off the ball. I was trying to wind in the lure while the rod was twitching and moving, and he obviously just shook his head and lost the hook out of it. I might need to change the hook on that. I might need to go for proper like the silver salt water. At the moment I've got sort of Aberdeen Angus hooks on there, and they're not the greatest bass hooks. I want something a bit more circle on it. Pretty sure there's something just playing. That's why I was playing with the lure earlier. There's something in the water just up there. Thing is, if I throw the lure back out, the bloody rod will go again. Just see it. So, right, well, I won't mess about. I'll keep a watchful eye on this. Yeah, you look, there's something just for you. That's a big old wake, that is. What's that lure rod? 2 seconds. Now it could just be a mullet, but right, the speed he was going, it'll be about there by now. I've managed to twist the bloody. Problem is I'm into the wind here. That's not going to help me at all. This is me done. Let's try and get a picture of what. You're going to have a lot of rain on the camera. It's absolutely turned really nasty. Look at the state of it out here. So I'm going to fight my way back in. I'm against the tide, but these waves could get much bigger very quickly. There's a hell of a storm front coming in here. It's very much a thunderstorm, so I know when I'm beat. You know, you don't fight with nature, so I'm gonna get my arse home. So at the end of the day, look at these. Oh my god! Woo! This is hairy scary. Even the boats are coming in, so I know what's happened to those 3 lads. They went up the river, so they might be alright up the river. Not safer than this junk that I've got to put up with. But yeah, get home, nice cup of coffee, finish off The Last of Us 2 on PlayStation 4. I think that'll do me. This will be a lesson learned. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off now because this is just going to be a fight like hell to get home. Could be interesting though. Could be my last moments documented. Oi, she's a bouncy, 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 bouncy. Whee! Woo! Oh, this is the life. Well, I'm making any progress. The waves are getting so big they were just dragging my anchor, and I've got quite a tidy size anchor for this kayak, so just goes to show. Anyway, we'll make it back, I'm sure. If I don't, I'll be documenting my drowning live. How am I going to edit that from the heavens? Right, well, I'm going to turn it off now because well, basically I'm going to document this because this is getting ridiculous. I'll make it back, but Jesus Christ, I got to fight to get back. I mean, I turned this camera on because I just had some wicked waves. There you are, look, there's a few more coming by here now. Look at these. He is bouncing, mate. Whoa, shit. Whoa. Okay, well, this will make some good footage. Oh, all of a sudden they do bouncy. I'll try and give the camera a bit of a wipe. you obviously see what I'm going through here now. So I've been talking for no reason at all. Oh, I'll try and find something else to put on. Right. In theory, you should be able to see what I'm doing. I was wondering why I couldn't see much on the on my little hand camera. I mean, what you got there you just have to deal with, but oh, I really need to take these sunglasses off. They're not helping at all. Right, I don't want to leave go of the paddles too long. If you leave go for the paddles for too long, it's really bad. So I was filming the air behind me, the sky behind me. Right, I'm not sure why the camera turned round. Oh, it's a little bit calmer bit here. Back there it was just fucking mental. I think I need to come in a little bit here. It's never good when you see all this sea foam. You know that means trouble. Drizzling, visibility's down to half a mile. This is what I weren't out at sea. Oh my god. Well, we're making headway now anyway. Turn into this wave, here we go, bouncy bouncy. Hey. So I don't even know if it got my audio from earlier, but it was a lot worse than what I'm facing me here now. Right, we're a mouthful of seawater. I'm hitting the halfway mark now, so that's good. Still got alright on the battery. Battery could last me all the way back. That's if we get back. You can see the yacht club in the distance. Oh, it's quite nice for you. Woo. We're making good speed now. There's a difference, that is. Back here, it's rough as hell back here. Oh, that's alright. This is alright, this is. I mean, do I just park up here and do a bit of fishing by here, maybe? I'm not too far away. No, do you know what, I'm getting soaking wet. Although it's summer, it's still a bit chilly in it. You know, when you're soaking wet and you've got a bit of a wind on you, that's no good for man or beast. Oh, that's woken me right up. Like I say, I'll get back home, get a coffee on, put something on for the cook, I think. I got that bass from the other day. I could always start off. I've already got one in the freezer. Right, we'll turn her off now. Right, well, we made it back safe anyway. So let's get our asses home. Rough as an old dog. Right, feet up, cup of coffee on.